This video demonstrates proper setup and cleanup of the Graco linelazer 5 200 MMA 1-to-1 airless line striper. Before using your striper, read all warnings and instructions in the manual and be familiar with the controls and proper usage of the equipment. This striper stays pressurized until pressure is manually relieved. To help prevent serious injury, always perform the pressure relief procedure before cleaning, checking, or servicing the equipment. Attach the striper grounding clamp to an earth ground. Set both the A and B pump on/off valves to off. Turn the pressure control to the lowest setting. To ensure there's no pressure in the unit, close the fluid needle valves on the hose manifold with the provided 5/16" nut driver. Remove the hose manifold and place in a grounded metal pail. Slowly open the fluid needle valves one side at a time. The system is now fully relieved of all pressure. Close the fluid needle valves and reinstall the hose manifold onto the gun. Engage all gun piston safety locks. Turn the prime valves to the prime position. Now that the striper is grounded and has been depressurized, you may begin setup. Fill the throat packing nut with throat seal liquid to decrease packing wear. Check the engine oil level. Fill the fuel tank. Set the A and B side pump on/off valves to off. Set the proportioning valve to non-proportioning. If removed, install the strainers on both A and B suction tubes. Turn both prime valves to prime. Turn the pressure control counterclockwise to the lowest pressure. To start the engine, move the fuel valve to open. Move the choke to closed. Set the throttle to fast. Set the engine switch to on. Pull the starter cord. After the engine starts, move the choke to open. Set the throttle to your desired setting. When the engine is running, the digital display will be functional. Components A and B are clearly marked in multiple places. Cross-contamination can result in cured material and fluid lines, which could cause serious injury or damage to your equipment. Mix your BPO catalyst with component B according to the manufacturer's recommendation. Place a siphon tube in the component B pail and place the B-side drain tube into a metal flushing pail. Set the B-side pump on/off valve to on. The pump is now active. Increase pressure enough to start the pump. The pump is primed when fluid flows from the drain tube. Turn the B-side on/off valve to off. Turn the pressure down and turn the prime valve to spray. Return the drain line to the component B pail. Engage the fusion gun piston safety lock. Open the B-side fluid valve about 3 full turns. Disengage the fusion gun piston safety lock. Turn the B-side on/off valve to on. Hold the gun against a grounded metal flushing pail. Trigger the gun and increase fluid pressure slowly until the pump runs smoothly. If you suspect the spray tip is clogged or that pressure has not been fully relieved, very slowly remove the spray tip adapter and clear the obstruction in the tip assembly and reassemble the spray tip adapter. Inspect the fittings for leaks. If no leaks occur, continue to trigger the gun until the system is thoroughly primed. Once primed, decrease the pressure. Release the trigger and turn the pump on/off valve to off. Close the B-side fluid valve on the gun and repeat this procedure for pump A with component A material. With both pumps filled with appropriate material, perform the pressure relief procedure. Engage the fusion gun piston safety lock. Use the end of a switch tip to press the one seal into the tip guard while ensuring the curve matches the tip bore. Insert the switch tip into the tip bore and firmly thread the assembly onto the gun. Now bring the system up to pressure. Open both the A and B side fluid valves on the gun. Set the proportioning valve to the proportioning position. Set both the A and B side pump on-off valves to on. Increase the pressure control to your desired pressure. Test spray onto cardboard. Adjust the pressure to achieve your desired results. Open the purge air valve to purge the mixed material from the tip and spray tip adapter. Disconnect the grounding clamp. You are now ready to spray. Before beginning the cleanup process, perform the grounding and pressure relief procedures. Remove the guards and tips from all the guns and place them in acetone. For both filter manifolds, unscrew the cap, remove the filters, place the filters in acetone, and reassemble without the filters. Set the proportioning valve to the non-proportioning position. Place the B-side siphon tube into a grounded metal pail partially filled with acetone, and place the B-side drain tube into a metal flushing pail. Attach the ground wire to a true earth ground. Set the B-side pump valve to on. The pump is now active. Increase pressure enough to start the pump. The pump is flushed when solvent flows from the drain tube. Turn the pressure down and turn the prime valve to spray. Return the drain line to the component B pail and engage the gun piston safety lock. Open the B fluid gun valve about 3 full turns. Disengage the gun piston safety lock. Hold the gun against a grounded metal flushing pail. Trigger the guns and increase fluid pressure slowly until the pump runs smoothly. The pump is flushed when solvent flows from the fusion gun. Close the B fluid gun valve and turn the B pump valve to off. Repeat this cleanup process for the A side pump and gun. Clean the tip and tip guard in acetone fluid. Reassemble the filter. Before beginning the fusion gun cleaning process, perform the pressure relief procedure. Make sure the fusion gun valves are closed and remove the hose manifold from the fusion gun. Disassemble the front end of the fusion gun. Unscrew the lock ring until the front end of the gun is loose. Turn the fluid housing 1/8 of a turn counterclockwise. Unscrew the lock ring completely and remove the front end of the gun. Remove the spray tip adapter and retaining ring. Inspect the O-ring and inside retaining ring. Pull out the side seal cartridges and place them in acetone. Pull the mix chamber out the rear end of the fluid housing. Inspect for damage and clean the ports. Inspect the O-ring in front of the fluid housing. Liberally lubricate all the O-rings, seals, threads, and inside of the retaining ring. Remove the check valves by prying them out at the notch. Clean in acetone fluid. Liberally lubricate all the O-rings, seals, and threads. Reassemble the mix chamber and side seal cartridges by applying a thin coat of lubricant to the mix chamber. Install the mix chamber. The etched A and notch must be on the same side as the A on the fluid housing. The mix chamber is keyed to fit in the fluid housing. Carefully inspect the side seal cartridge O-rings and surfaces. Replace worn or damaged parts. Press on the side seal to check proper spring operation. Reinstall the retaining ring. Install the spray tip adapter. Reinstall the check valves, ensuring that the etched A is on the same side as the etched A on the fluid housing. Reassemble the front end of the fusion gun by first engaging the piston safety lock. Press in the assembly until the spray tip adapter bottoms out on the retaining ring. This ensures that the mix chamber is all the way back. Check that the O-ring is in position. Liberally lubricate the O-ring, lock ring threads, handle, and outside of the lock ring. Orient the front end as required for desired fluid manifold mounting. Insert the keyed end of the mix chamber into the socket. Screw the lock ring onto the handle as far as possible by hand. When properly assembled, the lock ring is snug against the handle. To check for leaks, start the machine and trigger the gun a few times. If either check valve pops out of its seated position, there is a poor fluid seal on that side of the mix chamber or side seal cartridge components. Correct the problem before attaching the fluid manifold. Once there are no leaks, attach the fluid manifold. The guns are now ready for use. To decrease packing wear, fill the throat packing nut with TSL after each striping job. For overnight shutdown, perform the pressure relief procedure. While the machine is still running, leave the purge air valve turned on and the gun detriggered. Remove the grease fitting cap from the gun. Using a grease gun, dispense grease into the fitting until grease mist sprays from the mix chamber nozzle. Do not spray grease mist onto sprayed material. To avoid overgreasing, use 2 shots maximum. Replace the grease cap. Your striper is now clean and ready for the next job.